So MLB returned this past week. Being a Dodgers fan, it started last Thursday, a four-game series with the Giants on a 60-game season. So every game counts. It's not like you can have slumps like you can in a long 162-game season. You can go through slumps and lose series and if you win 100 games, it's phenomenal. But with 60 games, you got to win pretty much every game in as many of the series as you can. So I'm excited about that. But today was important because it was the Dodgers versus the Astros. The first time they faced each other since the scandal had broken before COVID started back in March. Maybe even prior to that, it had come out that the Astros had cheated. They had been cheating. They were stealing signs. They had a sophisticated sign stealing setup that I'm sure many sports fans heard about, know about, and are aware of. So that was going on during the 2017 World Series, which was Astros versus Dodgers. It went down to 7 games, and it's easy to speculate and safe to say that had they not had that sign stealing situation set up, that they may very well have lost. A lot of Dodgers fans and just baseball fans in general feel like the Astros cheated. They cheated, and that they didn't really win that series. They, it's not honorable. It's tainted, and it should have been the Dodgers um, hoisting the World Series trophy in 2017. So this was the first game Dodgers facing the Astros post confirmation of this cheating scandal. Now Walker Buehler was the starting pitcher, and he gave up a solo home run to Correa in the second, and then again he had two runners on, and Correa got a hit, and it was 2-0 Astros. They took out Buehler in the fifth. In the fifth inning, the Dodgers scored all five of their runs. They ended up winning the game 5-2, and the funnest part about the game for me was the 5 runs. It was all just ground balls that up the gap, just moving the runners around the base. No home runs, nothing like that. Just good baseball, good hitting to the to both sides of the field, and just moving the runners, advancing the runners with just singles, grounders up the gap. That was fun to watch because a lot of times the Dodgers, they have such big bats that they have a tendency to want to swing for the fences, and if you're not hitting the ball over the wall, you're usually hitting it to the warning track or just to the outfield, and it's always an easy out, and it doesn't really produce many runs that way. So it's nice to see him playing like a small ball to get the win. The funnest part, though, was when Joe Kelly was on the mound. Now, it looked like he purposely threw at Bregman. Now, the question coming in was the revenge, the unwritten rules of baseball. You cheated our franchise out of a World Series victory, and we're going to make you pay. Well, a lot has happened since that came out. COVID came around, and things are completely different. The country, the United States, the world, everything is different right now, and sports doesn't have any fans, so you don't have that live, raw energy of the fans. But the animosity was going to be there between the Astros and the Dodgers. And Joe Kelly wasn't on the Dodgers in 2017, but he threw at Bregman. It looked like it was definitely intentional, and that was cool. And then he when he faced Correa, he struck Correa out. And as he was walking to the dugout, he was looking back and kind of talking smack to him. And you couldn't. They weren't. The TV wasn't showing Correa what he was saying or doing, but he wasn't walking back to the dugout. He was stayed. Looked like at the plate, and Kelly was looking back on his way to the dugout, talking smack, and the benches came out on the field. Nothing happened, but that was fun to watch. He was sticking up for the Dodgers, and that was a key inning and a key strikeout because had he let Correa, I think Correa had 3 hits on the night, but not at bat, not against Joe Kelly. It really just showed the franchise animosity, and there was, on my mind, the question was, after COVID, having no fans, having the shortened season, would any of the pitchers risk hitting any of the players intentionally, risk getting suspended in a shortened season? How were they going to exact their revenge? And would they do it in Houston, or will they wait till they play the Astros in Los Angeles? Now, there's another game tomorrow. It's a 2-game series, um, you know, and we'll see what happens there. But it was a satisfying win to see the Dodgers beat the Astros. You know, it's a shortened regular season. Every win counts. Every game counts. I hope they follow up tomorrow and beat them again. And it was just fun to see the the small ball tactics by the Dodgers to score 5 runs in the fifth inning, which is all the runs they scored, and also to see Joe Kelly standing up and representing and throwing some heat and striking them out and just doing a great job of keeping the Dodgers on top. So I'm no expert. I just call it how I see it, and I think it's fun to have baseball back, along with you know the other sports that are trying to come back and give the fans, you know, just something to enjoy themselves and take their mind off of things for a couple hours. You know.